What is happening now in Barcelona can only be described in one word: a mess. The club is trying to clean up the consequences of two disasters: the coronavirus and Josep Bartomeu. Moreover, it is not clear which of these two caused the most harm. What we know for sure is that Barça can't update the agreement with Leo Messi and also declare any of its summer newbies. Add almost $1.5 billion of debt to the mix, and the club's management can only be sympathized. We have done some research and are ready to share with you all the details of the situation in which Barcelona found itself nowadays. What is the main problem for Barcelona to solve, why a debt of $1 billion is not something to worry about, and whether Leo Messi will play for Barcelona ever again. Hey Barcelona supporters, let's give us a like on this video so that the question of Leo signing the contract soon or not wouldn't arise at all. We are confident that this investment will pay off greatly. Are you true? Then we are to say vamos and begin. Let's get going. The main headache for Barça president Joan Laporta is the payroll. There is a special set of rules in La Liga that prevent clubs from spending more than a certain portion of their income on salaries. And in connection with the pandemic, the income of the entire football industry collapsed. First of all, the losses are linked with the empty stadiums during the matches. As a result, the Blaugranas must cut the salaries by 200 million euros in order to be able to register new players. And this includes not only Leo Messi, but all the summer newcomers: Agüero, Depay, Garcia, and Emerson. In order to make things better, the management was forced to negotiate with the players about the reduction of payments. It is known that Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba, and Sergi Roberto, who received 16, 13, and 10.5 million euros per year, respectively, rejected the club in this request. The situation here seems confusing. On the one hand, you can criticize the old-timers for refusing to meet the club's needs, but on the other hand, we don't know all the details of the negotiations in order to draw conclusions. Therefore, we can simply state, Barcelona will not be able to save much money only by cutting current players' salaries. Though the main challenge for Barcelona right now is the sale of players. At the moment, the Catalans have the largest payroll in the world football. The club wants to part ways with Philippe Coutinho, Samuel Umtiti, Antoine Griezmann, Miralem Pjanic, and Ousmane Dembele. Also, the Catalans don't mind considering the sales of Clement Lenglet and Neto. The matter is that it is difficult to find buyers for these players due to their fat contracts. For example, Philippe Coutinho earns 24 million euros a year, and Antoine Griezmann 35. Even the reserve goalkeeper Neto has 6.5 million euros a year. By comparison, Liverpool star Trent Alexander-Arnold makes only 4.5 million euros a year. That's all you need to know about Josep Bartomeu's management skills. That problem is another topic spread in the media. Yes, the fact that Barça has more than 1 billion euros in debt makes it possible to write nosy headlines, but here it is important to clarify another statement. Everyone has debts. Take a look at the same Real Madrid and Atletico, they are not much less harmed by crisis than Barcelona. However, in the wake of the Catalans' problems with signing of the Messi, this factor was also successfully played out in the media. For Joan Laporta, Barça's debt is more of a strategic issue. With his reputation and influence, it will be easier to solve it than other obstacles. For example, as soon as he began to be in charge, he took a loan of 500 million euros from the Goldman Sachs Bank in order to be able to pay salaries to players and cover other costs associated with the pandemic. Barcelona's point is clear. The club wants to keep Messi. The Argentinian has brought the club a colossal amount of cash and trophies throughout his spell. It would be strange to lose such a character. But what does Lionel himself think about all the bustle around? Well, Leo had disagreements with Josep Bartomeu, and this was the main reason for his desire. Now the situation is completely opposite. Various publications report that Messi agreed to cut his salary by 250,000 euros per week. In fact, Lionel agrees to sign a contract on roughly the same terms as Griezmann has now. So, selling the Frenchman could potentially compensate for the money spent on Messi. Such a noble gesture from La Pulga clearly indicates that he wants to stay at the club. Joan Laporta also said in countless interviews that the parties will continue to cooperate and will definitely have an agreement. From Messi's point of view, the desire to stay seems logical. He is already 34, he is approaching the end of his career, and he hardly wants to completely change his life for the sake of 2 or 3 seasons anywhere else. In addition, let's talk frankly, there are only 2 clubs that can afford signing the Argentinian, PSG and Man City. But now they have other concerns on their minds. The former are trying to keep Kylian Mbappe, and the latter are more focused on signing Harry Kane. In a worst-case scenario, Leo Messi will never wear a Barcelona jersey again. Moreover, it turns out that his last appearance took place at a defeat to Celta at the empty Camp Nou. This is obviously not the end of the tale that everyone dreamed of. No one wants to think about such a turn of events. An option is also being considered by ESPN in which Messi will sign a contract but can't be registered and won't play for Barça until the end of the year. Seems a little strange, doesn't it? Well, it's not very fair to take 6 months of one of the best footballers in history from the world. However, this twist on his fate should not be ruled out from the grand scheme of things. La Liga president Javier Tebas claimed that the organization will not make concessions to Barcelona and will not change the rules for them. However, they are ready to provide support and consider various options to help the Catalans keep Messi. First things first, it is obvious that it is extremely important for La Liga to save the Argentinian in the National League. This is a person who brings colossal amounts of money not only to the club but also to the whole league. Selling TV rights to a tournament in which legendary Leo Messi performs and a championship that doesn't have him are 2 big differences. Secondly, it is clear that La Liga not only won't change the rules, they simply can't do it. That's because they will have to deal with the rest of clubs for which no exceptions were made afterwards. It will damage the organization's reputation and violate all the principles of fair play. Perhaps, after some time, we will see the situation with Barcelona and Messi as one of the most difficult cases in the history of football. What problems the club has faced and what losses it risks incurring in the future is really impressive. Needless to say, how much Barcelona brand will drop in price if there will be no Leo Messi included in the team. Obviously, the club understands that, and Joan Laporta will do everything he can to fulfill the #1 aim for this summer, to keep Messi in the club. Given that everyone, from the players to the La Liga leadership, wants Leo Messi to be in Barcelona's roster next season, we predict this story to have a happy ending. In addition, Laporta is the most successful Blaugranas president in history, and if anyone can handle this situation, it is only him. Well, we want you to kick off the new football season with us as much as Laporta wants to kick it off as Messi. Therefore, subscribe to the channel if you're on the same wavelength with us. We won't let you down. Bye everyone!